The Dallas Mavericks have just won 8 out of the last 9 games, and Kyrie Irving over this stretch has been by far the most reliable player. Now, Irving is obviously well known for having by far the best handle and finishing bag in basketball history, and that remains the case today. But I actually think Kyrie this year has been doing his best work from behind the line, where right now he's one of the most accurate high-volume three-point shooters in the league.
Second quarter, stare down three!
In isolation, Irving is a master at creating these looks with minimal effort, where all he does is read the defense and punish them for giving him too much space. We'll see here catch on the wing with Christian Braun guarding him, and notice how much of a cushion Braun is giving him, making this an easy rise-up jumper. Off the catch, Irving also blends his pivot game really well with his duffel bag of step backs. Watch him here first hit a couple of aggressive jab steps, to then plant that outside foot and show the ball, setting up this step back to his left. Now on this play, Irving is going to protect the ball by pivoting across, to then again plant that left foot and separate back behind the line. Now Irving this year has also been shooting a blazing hot 47% on all his pull-up threes, which at the moment is a career high for him. And what really makes Kyrie so deadly as a perimeter scorer on top of his shot making is that he also has countless of different ways to set these looks up. First, when shooting off the dribble, Irving has a crazy quick trigger into his shot, where if the defense gives him too much airspace, he's picking up and rising up with no wasted movement. Watch him here transfer the ball between, and when he feels this defender sitting back, Irving's gonna settle his right foot and elevate into his jumper. Off the dribble, Irving also has crisp and polished footwork, where he's comfortable dropping down into combinations to push the defense back, to then separate out for an on-balance jumper. One of his go-to moves has been the simple hezzy pull-up, where Irving brings the ball to his outside pocket, while also pushing the defense back by planting his outside foot. And once he feels that he's got space, Irving is going to settle his feet into his jumper. We'll see him set this move up by first hitting a combination, to then again bring the ball up and plant his outside foot into his jumper. And what makes Irving so special as a shot creator is that he layers all these moves with countless of counters and footwork variations. Take this play for example. Irving is going to again set up that hezzy pull-up, but this time he's going to create additional space by flowing into his sidestep, planting off that left foot. And all those different footwork variations also carry over to Irving's different bag of step backs, where again, Kyrie has countless of different ways to create separation. The one move Irving loves to spam is his left hand hezzy step back, where first he gets the defense off balance by dropping down into a combo, to then skate out into a shot. Watch him here hit this between behind combo, to then lift up, plant his left foot, and push out into his pull-up.
A superb game in Atlanta, and it's a three for Irving.
We'll see him put together a similar sequence here, where Irving is playing with the ball back and forth, then he flows into another step back. And again, what makes Irving so difficult to deal with off the dribble is that all these moves are layered with counters. Watch him here drop down into another combo and hezzy, but when the defense steps up and gets in his airspace, Irving then has the blow by to his left. We'll see him here set up that hezzy pull-up by bringing the ball up and stepping with his outside foot. But again, when the defense steps up and meets him beyond the three, Irving's going to push off his back foot and attack to his left. And when he feels the defense's hips open up, Irving's going to slam the brakes and get to his step back. The ball control on this play is tough, where Kyrie is going to curl the ball in and dip his stance as if he's gathering for a shot, which lifts the defense up. And then while attacking downhill, Irving's going to pick up and get to this jump stop back across the paint.
A drive into the paint, Kyrie Irving got the bounce.
Now when playing downhill, Irving is easily one of the most physical drivers across the league, where he's got the strength to both absorb and initiate contact to keep his driving line. If Irving at any point gets the defense on his hip, there's no way of pushing him off his angle. We'll see him here get to this right to left between, then explode to the basket. And notice how he's going to both swipe with his off arm and throw his inside shoulder into the defense's chest, creating this window to finish out to his left. Jalen Williams on this play initially plays good defense by sliding and keeping his hips in front of the ball, but watch how Irving is going to simply reset and re-attack hard to his left. to then decelerate, setting up this bank shot. And then on top of that strength, I also think Irving has really good body control, where he's got the stability to gather the ball up and step through contact for balanced looks. And shots like this may seem pretty basic, but the overall strength it takes to do this is crazy. We'll see him here catch and rip to his left, to then pick up and euro across the paint. And while having the ball above his head, Kyrie has the balance to step through the defense and put up a soft floater. So the combination of Irving's ball skills, footwork, and strength has consistently made him one of the best deep paint scorers across the league. But again, I'm going to keep saying it. What makes Irving special is the way he layers every part of his game with counters. For example, if the defense is able to maneuver themselves and get back in front of Irving while he's driving, he also has a boatload of different pivots and step throughs. Plus, he also has really good lift and touch on these turnaround jumpers. I like the sequence here, where Dyson Daniels is able to fight around the screen and get himself back in front of the ball. But notice how Irving is going to stop and float out, as if he's going to pick up for his jumper, but he's then going to step through and get this tough finish at the rim. Now, this is a good time to transition and talk about Irving's mid-range game, where Irving's ability to put pressure on the rim gives him plenty of windows to stop and pop these jumpers. Watch him here simply attack hard off his handoff and look to turn the corner. And when he gets Cat's stance to open up, Irving's going to stop on a dime and rise up for a right-left pull-up. And then on top of being able to stop and pop these looks, Irving also has a variety of ways to create space from his in-between spots. Watch him here catch and immediately attack hard to his right. And when this help defender slides down, Irving's going to pound the ball and skate out to his right for this fadeaway. Now the next thing I really want to go over is Irving's post game, because this is by far the most underrated part of his scoring bag. First, on the block, Irving's got ridiculous strength, where he can bully and physically overwhelm pretty much all his backcourt matchups. And then when facing up in the mid post, Irving has all the shot fakes and pivots to create scoring windows. Watch him here get this defender to sink back with this jab step, giving him the breathing room to elevate. This play here is pretty wild, where Irving is going up against Lu Dort, who's probably the strongest perimeter defender in the league, but Irving has no problem backing him down, giving him the shoulder bump, to then turn towards the baseline for this tough fadeaway.
Kyrie trying to bang with Dort. Look at that contest.
I also like this play here, where Irving's going to initiate a post-up off the screen, and watch him again bump with his inside shoulder, to then separate back out towards the baseline. But this time, he keeps his dribble alive, and drops back down into a drive. So as an on-ball scorer, Kyrie literally checks every single box. He's shooting over 45% on all his pull-up threes. He's got the ball skills to break down the first line of defense and put pressure on the rim, while also having the strength to attack matchups in the post. And then from all three levels, Irving has an endless amount of ways to create space and counter. And then on top of all that creation, Irving also brings a ton of value off the ball, where he's been a great floor spacer in the Mavs offense by simply spotting up and punishing the off-ball defense for aggressive shifts. And this is why Irving throughout his career has always been a great fit alongside ball-dominant superstars.
Now Kyrie Irving is wide open.
Off the catch, Irving is also much more than just a standstill spot-up shooter, where he's also got the footwork and balance to comfortably get into shots on the move. And this adds another element to his off-ball scoring, where Irving can both shift to open space off the ball and work off some different screening actions. And Irving also does some really good work as a cutter. Because teams for the most part try to face guard him off the ball, he often gets these easy back cuts to the basket. And all this comes back to him just making simple reads. And Kyrie's also great at playing with pace to set up these cuts. You'll see him here start this play just casually holding the spot below the three. But as Derek Lively catches, Irving's going to dart into this backdoor cut. So when looking at Irving scoring both on and off the ball, there isn't anything he can't do. He can carry the offense as a primary ball handler, while also bringing plenty of juice as a scorer off the ball. I think when Kyrie is healthy and focused, he's easily one of the best offensive players in the league. And he's going to again make Dallas a real championship threat. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments who the kids should break down next. The kids here.